Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to my YouTube channel. I am your host, the Mighty Bjorn, and today I have for you an Armored Warfare replay, PV Hardcore Operation Anvil. It is a team of myself and Rexall. Rexall running his M8 Buford, and myself running the brand new Tier 8 M95 Degman. Also, at the end of the video, I am going to announce a giveaway. It will be a giveaway code for 2,000 battle coins. More details towards the end of the video. But first, let's talk first about the M95 Degman. The M95 is a prototype Croatian main battle tank designed by Duro Dakovic Company as a modernization for the Yugoslavian M84, which in turn is a variant of the T-72.
The port and two cargo ships. Please take back control of the port area so civilian shipping can resume. There are also SAMs in the area. Clearing out those missiles will allow special forces to land on those ships and retake them. Good luck, Black Company. So the PLM has a surprise for us. Find cover and fight your way out of there.
The principal improvement over its predecessor is the new armor package. The M95 Degman adds additional space to laminate armor and additional explosive reactive armor over top of that. The additional armor covers the front arc of the turret and the hull, as well as some of the sides. It only covers the front half of the sides, as you can see here. But it definitely adds quite a bit of protection to the M95 Degman.
Identify target. Officer, tank. Armor saved us.
The M95 also has additional improvements to its thermal imaging optics, as well as to its fire control, comms, tracks, etc. So it's a full upgrade. Not so much in some sections of the tank, quite a bit in the other areas of the tank. The engine could also be upgraded to a 1200 horsepower V12 diesel engine. That's kind of an upgrade that hasn't been set in stone yet. Currently, the M95 is armed with a 125mm smoothbore to a 46 M5 gun, but there's also plans to mount the Swiss-made CTG 120mm compact smoothbore gun. That is actually what you see on here.
They almost hit us.
I'll get to why in a bit.
They almost hit us.
It is also planned to have additional upgrades, like an independent thermal imager for the TC, a Samson remote-controlled weapon system with either a 12.7mm machine gun or a 40mm automatic grenade launcher.
Target eliminated.
Additional defensive systems is also planned. In-game, this actually has a soft kill APS.
Tracks up, moving out.
Now, the M95 Degman is currently only a prototype, but Duro Dakovic is currently exporting the M84D, which is essentially an M84A with some of the M95 Degman upgrades added to the tank. As of 2008, only 4 prototypes exist. Unfortunately, I was not able to dig up more updated information, and it seems that there really is no additional information on the M95 Degman currently. I'm not sure why you keep hearing hydraulic sounds. It's kind of weird. Okay, so I'm going to talk about the vehicle itself in Armored Warfare. It is actually a fairly decent tank for PvE. I don't know if I'd want to pack this tank, though, in PvP. And I'm going to get to why here in a moment. And it's mostly got to do with 2 things. One is the gun selection. The other is actually the tank itself. When you start going over the stats of the vehicle, it has 2 guns. It has the 125mm Soviet cannon. Not bad, but it lacks in areas of gun handling, penetration, and reload. However, ultimately you get additional alpha damage per shot. That's not necessarily a bad thing, but with the 120 millimeter gun you get a much faster reload, in fact almost 2 seconds faster, slightly less alpha damage, but a bit more penetration with also improved gun handling, so improved aim time, being able to fire on the move, things of that nature. Now, generally, even though this is a 120 millimeter gun, and it plays a lot like the typical NATO guns in the game, it's still in a Soviet chassis. So the gun stabilization is not necessarily the greatest.
Identify.
The damage somewhat lacks in some areas. It kind of, when you do comparisons, it kind of hits in the middle of being a tier 7 / tier 8 gun. It's not quite as good as a tier 8 gun, but it's not as bad as a tier 7 gun. Next problem with the M95 Degman that I'm going to point out is actually its hit points. Its hit points is actually as good as the tier 7 Soviet tanks. So it really lacks actually at tier 8 for hit points. It still works good enough. As long as you can keep the hull down, the armor to it is excellent. The turret armor is very good. Actually, it is thicker than the tier 7 Abrams. I believe it might even be better than the tier 8 Abrams when you consider the explosive reactive and the space composite armor on top.
Optics repaired.
All in all, for PvP, it is a good tank. This might be usable in some scenarios of PvP. The rate of fire definitely will make up for quite a few things, especially in the realm of, just getting shots out there as quickly as you can. But the low penetration and only somewhat decent alpha damage of the armor penetration ammunition can actually be a downfall for this vehicle. As a moneymaker, it is pretty good. It is a tier 8. Not as good as a tier 9 or a tier 10, but still pretty damn good. To acquire this vehicle, if you have the Age of Rage battle path and you look at the end of the battle path from level 51 to level 60, you get a crate for each level. It is possible to pull a M95 Degman from one of those crates. From what I understand, it's not guaranteed. It's a random drop, but it is a decent drop. So your chances are fairly decent if you want to get one of these machines. If you primarily play PvE, I would wholeheartedly recommend this tank. It is a lot of fun to play. It plays very well.
Identify.
Somewhat to me, it feels like an upgrade to the T-72 M2 Wilk, which I do have a video of the Wilk on my YouTube. So we're going to finish up here. There we go. Put another heat round into him. And I'm just angling my armor back and forth. And there was a kill shot. Alright, let's go in for the last kill. Gonna try to play a little sneaky here. Try to get myself in a situation where I can shoot him, but he can't shoot back at me without pushing. Of course, if he pushes, I have friends nearby to help me kill him. As you can see, the Merkava's going for flank. But my rapid rate of fire is really doing damage to this Terminator 2. I'm going to close in a little bit more. And there is the kill and the W. Tough match. Only 2 of us actually survived. Let's pull up the results here. And what you have here is I did almost 28,000 damage in a tier 8 tank. Spotted 13 enemy vehicles, destroyed 8. Got myself a shooter medal. Got myself a target medal. And a blue star. And I would be top for damage overall, as well as top of the food chain for spotting damage. So all in all, not a bad game, not a bad vehicle, pretty standard game really. Nothing super fancy, but you get a chance to see the rapid firing gun of the M95 Degman. All right, so now for the Battle Coin Code giveaway. This is all you need to do. Down below, there's a comment section. Comment what you like about the Battle Path or even about this video. Or even about what you had for lunch today. I really don't care. And put in your in-game name. And next week, I will choose the winner. I'll announce the winner. I'll post in the comments who the winner is when I decide to choose them. Anyway, folks, thank you very much for watching the video. Hopefully you enjoyed it. And yeah, hopefully I will see you for the next video.